All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back
Welcome
to Average
back.
Takes.
You just took my line like that.
Yep, welcome back. All right.
All right.
I'll steal whoever's line I want to steal.
All right then. Dude.
You know what? I might steal Trevor's mopiness. Maybe. But what's up, guys? Welcome back, Average Takes. We're bringing you our divisional breakdown. We're gonna break down the division in its entirety.
All 32.
First, second, third, and fourth.
Speaking of the mic,
32 games.
Speaking of Mike, all 32.
There we go. And yep, that's about it. I don't know if we want to do a podium. Trevor, do you want to do a podium?
I am down if you guys are down.
All right, we could do a podium too. All right, nothing wrong. Let's go. All right, Trevor, what's up? Welcome back to Average Shakes. How are you doing?
a lot better than last week. I can tell you that.
A lot better. I'm doing a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday, college football was back. My entire Saturday was full of just college football greatness. And it was a great day of football. It was a bad day in the book. Yesterday, I owed my bookie a lot of money. Today, not so much. But we're back. Football's back. We're less than a week away of football, NFL football being back. Thursday night is coming quickly, boys.
Yes, sir.
NFL's back right around the corner, and we're going to break down the divisions for you now. Trevor, tell them how you're feeling.
I feel great. I feel good.
I wasn't paying attention to it. But
my chick do stuff that your chick wish she could.
College football like that because you lost the bets. It was a great week up and down, a lot of close games, a lot of game winners. It was an exciting week of college football to me. Even today, we're recording on Sunday, and there was a game. What was it? FSU versus LSU. And FSU walked it off with a blocked field goal, and I mean it's back. College football's back. Football's back in general.
Blocked extra point.
Extra point. Yeah.
So LSU drives down the field 99 yards, scores a touchdown with 1 second left on the clock. By all means. And then just to tie the game, it was 24-23.
Got to make the field goal.
You have to make the extra point there to go into OT. But the worst part about it is the bad beat. You block the PAT, the over doesn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was to start my podium off was bad beats being back.
Yeah.
You know, where it just happened before this game. It happened all weekend long for college football. But bad beats were back.
Yeah. You know, that's life.
And that's how you know college football's back. Dave Portnoy said it's best. That game right there shows you college football is back. Bad beat right there.
Loving every minute of it. Betting on high school young men, basically.
Yeah, I mean
almost high school.
right out of high school.
Man. Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'd bet on that young of a man anything else.
Yeah. Baseball.
Some of those kids though. They're kids.
They're kids, exactly.
No thought process. Some of the coaches.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of bad in college football, but a lot of good going in the NFL. Let's break down the division. Let's start.
That's your podium? Are we doing?
Oh
podium?
yeah.
That was your podium.
That was my podium. Go ahead.
I'll go podium. It's kind of it makes my podium because it's so bad. It is hot as fuck outside. All right. It makes my podium because I'm sweating all day long. It is treacherous out here in this heat. I mean, it was 105 today in Lakeside, and you know, I just don't like it. I can't wait for the winter to come, the sun to go away. Tired of the heat.
No, this happens all too often. Football starts and we're like, oh, it's fall. Listen, it's fall time. Football is fall. And then all of a sudden there's 1 week like this week where it's 150 degrees outside and you're sweating your ass off just by walking outside, just by taking a step outside.
Not fun at all.
Not fun. And I saw a comment of this guy was like, it was 100 degrees in La Jolla. Nice, buddy. It was 120 in East County.
And it's 100 degrees with a nice breeze coming through, too, since you're not next to the water. It is dry, 105 over here.
Yeah, and for some reason, the Snapchat filter on like the weather decides to bump it up like 10 degrees. It's like my phone was saying it was like 110 at one point. One day it was 112, and then I was like, Jesus.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Some of us have air
Terrible.
conditioning.
Some, not all.
Not all. I'm just gonna say some.
What's your podium, Shinny?
My podium is winning bets. Winning bets is back. I had a great week of college football. I'm changed my mind from last week. I might love college football now. This is the best week of my life. Nah, just kidding. It wasn't the best week of my life, but
I mean, some of us are good, some of us are bad.
Punt? That's terrible.
Yeah, this game was full of ups and downs, wasn't it? But yeah, winning bets, that's awesome feeling all the way. It's almost like your team winning the World Series or Super Bowl. That's how good a winning a bet is.
That's how exhilarating it is. That's why, because it comes down to the wire every time.
Yes.
And you're watching the game, and when you finally win that bet, it's like, damn, baby,
Vegas knows the odds so well. Like, so well.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna
have unless Georgia's playing Oregon.
They're going to have you on.
Unless Georgia's playing Oregon. And I hope everyone had Georgia.
I hope so. Shit.
I saw a couple of people texted me Oregon lock of the week, and I was like, come on.
No.
It looked like high schoolers playing college players.
And that's what happens when you play those big teams. Bo Nix left Auburn to get away from those powerhouse teams, to get away from the Georgias.
Well, it's just crazy. Or we can, you know what my podium could be? College football playoffs expanded to 12 teams.
Oh, that's another big topic.
Which I don't know if it's good or not. Just because the top 4 teams in the nation are so much better than the remaining 8 teams.
The rest, than the 5.
They are going to murder them. Like you're gonna see a lot of 70 to like 20 games.
Best team wins then. You know, the problem with college football forever was it was only 4 games, and there was at least 6 to 8 really good teams that had a chance. Yeah. But there's only 4 teams that make the like college playoffs. Like, yeah, everyone makes a bowl game, whatever. But to win the championship, only 4 teams get an opportunity. I love them expanding because everyone gets a shot now. 12 teams get a shot.
But not to 12. That's way too many. Like you said,
no,
8 is perfect.
More football. More good football, too. It's not bad football.
Yeah, you're right.
The top 12 teams are really good teams. And anyone could be beat on their best
There's a big difference between number 1 and number 12.
Same as in basketball. Basketball does a March Madness bracket of like 60 teams. You know how many underdogs like fly through the radar and keep the story going?
You're right.
I love more sports that matter. College football that a playoff matters. Yeah. Give me more.
You're right.
Give me more.
I like that part of it, but at the same time, like Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State are still going to run. They're just going to run these guys.
That also means it opens up recruiting classes, like not just this NIL deal, but now you don't have to just go to a Georgia or a Clemson to be good.
To get noticed. To
get noticed. You're going to be noticed on a
Utah State played Alabama today.
Level.
Like crazy.
You're going to be noticed on a huge level for those 12 teams. You get a huge game. You get a network broadcasting it for everybody. I love it.
Yeah, and that's
because it's going to show you who a real champion is. Maybe Alabama hasn't been that great of a team. Maybe they have. We're going to get to see more from them. And yeah, they're going to start off. If they get the 1 seed, they'll face the 12 seed. All right, yeah, but you got to get the 1 seed.
It's
always been the 1 seed. They've won
it will definitely clean up those guys who opt out of the bowl games. It will be more competitive, more meaningful games, which is good. I understand that.
Those could all still be bowl games if you want, or I mean, whatever you want to do. But I love it expanding. I think just more college football. College football, we all been saying it for the longest, is still like the truest form of football. Like they let you get away with the most. But it is just so much fun to watch.
I love it. Football's back.
It's like March Madness, but every weekend. Like March Madness is fun to watch, don't get me wrong. But if I get a Saturday filled with Notre Dame versus Ohio State and all these great games,
that was a terrible game.
Tune me in. I know that was a terrible game, but
no, that's a good game.
Before that, everyone thought it was going to be a good game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone
Notre
thought.
Dame came out hot. It was 10-0 for a second.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a high scoring
10-3.
game. Like everyone thought
10-3. Yes,
like I thought. I bet that it was going to hit the over. Boy,
No.
did I look stupid.
Yeah, and like, do you guys know what division Bishops plays in? Because Notre Dame's quarterback went to Bishops, and he played in like 8 games last year as a backup quarterback, and going from D4 high school football at Bishops at a small school, and then going straight into Notre Dame. I just had a feeling the offense was not going to click. Boy, was I right, and boy, did I bet that wrong.
All right, should we get down to the breakdown?
Let's get into the breakdown. I know I was a little excited earlier, but let's get down into it. Start off with the NFC North.
NFC North, huh?
NFC North.
And let's go from worst.
Recently ran by the Green Bay Packers. So let's, like you said, Trevor, go worst to best.
Going worst to best?
Yep. This is easy for me.
I'm going. This is not easy for me.
It's not easy.
Because
I didn't want
Detroit Hard Knocks is getting me hyped on them like it always does. Chicago, fucking Justin Fields. I mean, they kind of have an exciting season, but you never know with Chicago. They might be my last pick. But Minnesota, they're an easy 500 team every year. They win sometimes. Sometimes they win big games. They lose games they should win. But I don't think they're last in the division. So
I'll start off here.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to put the Bears last.
All right, that's what I was thinking.
Because the Bears are already having offensive line problems. It is week 0. It's the week before season 1, and you're having offensive line issues. You go sign who the Raiders just cut, Leatherwood, first overall nightmare of a pick. Yeah. So you're working out Keche Osemele, who used to be a Raider, who was traded to the Jets, had surgery that the Jets deemed was useless. Like, you're having all of these problems already. And the team has a very young quarterback, not too many weapons. The defense has really taken a step backwards, and their best defensive player wants out or a contract extension. So I really, truly think this Bears is going to be the worst team in this division. And that's my bottom line on that one. Anyone else want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on everything you said. Chicago is not looking good. David Montgomery's not the best running back. Their best wide receiver is N'Keal Harry. I mean, just not looking bright for Chicago. I'm going to go number 4.
I will add on to that. The Bears will finish last in the NFC North. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Justin Fields had a good preseason, but like you all will say, it's preseason. You're facing the second string, third string guys. You just happen to be better than those guys, which good for you. But when it comes down and you're facing all these schemes, like this ain't Ohio State no more, buddy. This ain't the Big 10, the Big 12,
nobody's
whatever.
Showing all their best plays. Nobody's showing all their. Nobody's thinking. Nobody's putting thought into these preseason games. They're just running their normal plays over and over again, seeing if these guys can do it.
And the fact that Justin Fields was a complete asshole to my guy, Jersey Jerry, this offseason, the Bears are fucking dead to me.
All right, I think we got that locked in.
All right, Trevor, you want to say the next team in this division?
I'll say the next team, who happens to be at least only one game better than the Bears, the Detroit Lions, come in third place, which is an improvement from last year. But I just don't see this team clicking as Hard Knocks makes them out to think.
I think that's the right spot for them. They're a super, super young team, and they know how to lose. They lost a lot of close games last year, and you have to figure out how to get rid of that before you become a good team. And I think they still have a lot of question marks over there. Their defense is still a huge question mark. And then, they upgrade a lot of weapons over there for the offense, but is it going to be enough? And when will their first round wide receiver be back? So a lot of question marks over there. But yes, I think Lions easy number 2.
I didn't really like it at first, but when I come to my senses, it honestly is a good pick for number 3. You can't really put too much trust in Jared Goff as it is. So for him not to have as much offensive power as he needs, DeAndre Swift being questionable, not really, how he's going to play week in and week out. I'm going to have to put them 3 also.
Roman, speaking to the mic.
I feel like I'm super close.
Get closer. All right.
There we go.
So this is where it gets close right here, because we see
1 and 2.
a huge fall off for Green Bay. I mean, they lose their best offensive weapon by far. And I mean, yeah, they got younger at the wide receiver, keeping A-Rod, coming off back-to-back MVPs. Is he going to stay in that top of the division, or is it the Vikings division?
Come on, buddy.
I'll go on this one first, and I'm going to put Green Bay Packers number 2. He doesn't have great offensive power this year, and he just got paid. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to have try hard Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't do well in the playoffs. I think it's going to be the same year as last year. The Vikings have a lot more power. I mean, a lot more threat on offense. Kirk Cousins isn't the best, but I mean, with what he has, he can make do. And I think the Vikings take the division this year for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, wild. I am definitely having the Vikings second. Yeah, they're good. This new coach is supposed to bring a whole new offensive regime to Minnesota, which I like him. SDSU boy, San Diego guy, Kevin O'Connell. Kirk Cousins has the weapons. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Jalen Reagor, newly acquired. Dalvin Cook is still a dog. But they've low-key been like that for a while. Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, when they were elite. Now you really, they didn't add necessarily anyone like too good. Their defense still is an issue. I just think they're a second place team.
I could agree with you there, Trevor. It seems like the Vikings are the same team year in and year out. And I'm expecting a change this year. Obviously, I think that coach is really good for them. And I think they're going to make a huge step. They're going to take a huge step. And I think they're going to really battle for this. I think that they're going to fight and claw. But I am with Roman here. I think Green Bay is going to take this division for the first time in a long time.
You looked at me very weird.
I know
you're
that.
taking my side.
And it's because Aaron's getting older. They don't have Devontae anymore. And I just think of the games where the Vikings played Green Bay, and I remember Dalvin just running all over them.
Yeah. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year.
Yes, hopefully he can. And I think this new offensive coordinator for the Vikings is going to be really good for Jay Jettas. And I just don't think Green Bay is going to have it anymore. They don't have the weapons. Aaron to take older.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be dead wrong, and I know Vikings don't really know how to win games, put them away, but I think it's finally their year to step up.
Has to be.
What the fuck is going on with you guys?
I like that. I like a little controversy to start the pod.
It could definitely happen.
Every time you have doubted, every time you have doubted Aaron Rodgers the last 2 years, he has gone out and won an MVP. I understand.
Yeah, I'm not doubting Aaron Rodgers. Did I say anything about Aaron Rodgers? We're talking about the team around him. It's not a one person. game.
And I'm down Aaron a little bit.
It is a one person team. Right. The NFL is a big one person team. But listen,
I'm doubting him a little bit.
I don't think like he loves when you doubt him. He loves the attention. He loves the spotlight. The Packers are gonna win this division, no matter what. Like that's just point blank. Packers win the division. Aaron Rodgers figures out a way. The most important position on the field happens to be the best player on that team, which is a huge W in my book.
There's a bold take. I don't think Aaron's top 5 in MVPs this year, in MVP voting this year.
I like that take also.
I mean, maybe
I think he falls
just
off.
Got a bag.
I think he falls off.
I don't think he has a great year this year.
He just took ayahuasca, bro.
So good for him.
Yes, and he was clutch too. You can't.
Devontae was.
He's a receiver that you can always rely on. If all your freaking checkdowns fail, you just go to Devontae. He doesn't have that this year.
You just threw it up to Devontae. He even said that.
I totally understand that.
He's over there.
But Aaron Rodgers is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. He gives his receivers a chance. If they want to make a play, they can make a play. It also helps that Devontae is one of the best in the league, so it makes them look that good. Like you saw how good they were. That helps. Aaron Rodgers is going to give the wide receivers a chance to make a play, and his whole career he's made no-namers into superstars, aka Jordy Nelson, aka Donald Driver, aka Randall Cobb, aka
he's 38 this year.
I could keep going if I want to.
He's 38
Graham
this year.
I'm just saying. Tom Brady's 45. Tom Brady is 45. Age is not a factor anymore.
Team around him.
Age is not a factor.
Doesn't
matter about the age.
Team around him
is a factor. Tom Brady's the only outlier.
Nobody. Aaron has nobody around him.
Aaron Jones,
his second best wide receiver, left last year too.
Aaron George is 12th top running back in the league right now, at best. Like he has nobody around him.
I don't know if Aaron
This is not a one-person game.
I just don't think that this team is built to last.
We're taking forever on this season.
They will win a division.
All right. Well, let's go to NFC East. They might.
NFC East, the freaking hardest division to guess on.
It's the worst division in sports.
In sports, yes.
I hate the NFC East.
Yes.
It's the worst division in sports.
We should have started off here. But we're here now. Bob, let's hear it. Who you got fourth?
I don't know if there's a worse team year in and year out that is just consistently poorly ran.
I have no clue who you're talking about still. All these teams could fit under that.
This team hasn't had a name in freaking 6 years, it feels like.
They just changed their name.
Just changed their names.
Okay.
The Washington Commanders are the worst team in this division. Carson Wentz is going back to the division that haunted him. The division that truly ate him alive.
Yep.
And I think this team has bad juju. I mean, they're going to be up with the Giants is pretty bad. I just really like the Giants as coach, and they stole him from Buffalo, and he had a great offense that he ran over there, and he might be able to turn Danny Dimes into something. So I'm betting on that than I am Carson Wentz stepping into his third team in 3 years to be good again. So I'm going to say Washington. I mean, this is probably the wrong pick. It probably is the Giants. But I'm going to say Washington is the worst team in this division.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one. I'm taking the New York Giants. I mean, Saquon Barkley's their only firepower, and he's been iffy the past 2 years. I don't like Daniel Jones. I don't think a new offensive coordinator will do it for you. I don't know. Giants I just have no faith in them to do anything this year. I mean, the Commanders at least have a good run game with Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick, and I think they'll do well.
Who were both poor last year.
Poor last year, but I feel like, I mean.
And they lost their best offensive lineman.
Yeah, I'll probably have to agree with Roman and put the Giants there. Um,
Do you think Carson Wentz is the starter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is a starter there.
You don't think Heineke gets the job?
No,
Brian Dabble
he came
can't
out and said it.
he
Heineke
can't
says there's a
control.
reason you pay a guy 18 million, and there's a reason you pay a guy 2. Heineke said that in the press conference. But I agree with you. I think that one's a coin flip. I don't think the Giants are much better, but I think they have a wide receiver core that's actually useful if they're healthy. They have a couple dudes over there. They haven't
Kenny
been
Galladay
dudes.
and-
Kadarius Tony,
yeah.
and Saquon. I think they're gonna bank on Saquon coming back, and I think he's gonna actually have a good year back. And I'm putting them at the 3 spot. I think the Giants are a better overall team, and I think they're gonna be better ran. And I mean, this division sucks so bad that it's probably gonna be like 4 and goddamn 11 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Shani. Yeah, so I was saying I like the Giants a little bit better than Washington this year for some odd reason, right this second.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to switch it up.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna go Giants 4, Commanders 3. What about
Shani,
you,
you're on
Shane?
the same page as Roman.
Yeah, Commanders 3. Um, I think Carson Wentz led. I mean, he helped when you had the best running back in the league on your team, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he wasn't very good other than that.
No,
Like
but
early on the
I
year, he was terrible.
I
Then
do
middle of
like
the year, he was
the
average.
Commanders defense a lot better than the Giants defense.
The Commanders defense just like was really sad to me compared to the year prior. They were so much dominant the year prior. And I think with Chase Young still being out, he still has a little bit of time to rehab. I don't know. I
But
don't
I also
Redskins or the Commanders. That's still gonna frick with me.
I also look at it as they won enough games with Taylor Heineke. Carson Wentz is a minor upgrade from Taylor Heineke's play last year. Um, and people, what I'm hearing at least, they seem to like Carson Wentz to Scary Terry. They like that connection. They think he's Scary Terry's never had a good quarterback, and some
I
people
don't
still
think
trust.
Carson's good.
Terry is very fragile.
I don't think Carson's considered a good quarterback either.
I said minor upgrade. Don't forget.
Yeah, but he still hasn't played with a good quarterback.
Yeah, he hasn't. But rumors in the grapevine say this is the best quarterback he's played with, which may be true.
Makes sense.
We'll see if it helps him out.
All right. Do we have anyone who wants to start off the third team of this division?
Shenny can. Let's hear it, Shenny.
I gotta go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I like what they put together. I like the AJ Brown acquisition, but I don't know if Jalen Hurts is gonna make that full step into superstar in this league. Yes, he's good. Yes, he's getting a lot of hype. Yes, the Eagles drafted good finally. Um, I just think they're like the Vikings. They're just a second place team in this division.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I'm going to go Philadelphia also. I just think they're still missing a couple pieces. And like you said, I don't trust Jalen Hurts. I mean, he got a spot taken in college. I feel like he'll never be able to earn his spot in the NFL. I mean, at least while he's on the Eagles, at least. But yeah, they have they never know who their running back's going to be. They have like 4 running backs who are in rotation all the time. AJ Brown pick was pretty good. They got Zach Pascal from the Colts, but yeah, I just have no faith in this team. But
So I guess I'm totally off everyone's page tonight. I'm going to put the Cowboys here. I think the Cowboys lost a lot on defense. Their pass rushing, Randy Gregory leaving. They had a couple other guys leave. And their offensive line is terrible. This is their worst offensive line they've had in like 6 seasons. No Lyle Collins. Tyrone Smith has a injury to start the year. They're out there talking to free agent tackles right now. Maybe Jason Peters. So it's the same Jason Peters as I watched last year on the Bears. He is god awful. And I really, really think their offense took a hit too, getting rid of Amari Cooper. I think when Dak got Amari, it was a huge upgrade for him. And I think Amari's been a constant in that offense for the last couple of years. I don't like Zeke anymore, especially with that bad offensive line. I mean, is Pollard going to have a better year than Zeke? Everyone's saying that. That's terrible to hear. And I just don't think Micah Parsons is going to be the same exact Micah Parsons we saw last year. He's going to have a little bit of a sophomore slump. They don't have all the defense of help as they did prior. And that's just how I see it folding for me. I don't think the Cowboys are as good as they were last year. And I think the Eagles upgraded their team tremendously, adding A.J. Brown. That's a huge weapon for Jalen Hurts. That's a huge weapon. And then their draft was so good. They drafted the nose guard who everybody wanted from Georgia. Man, absolutely looked awesome so far in the preseason. Jordan Davis, everyone, that name ring a bell? Yep.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis was a killer last year, and I think plugging him up there right in front when Georgia, the rest of with the rest of that bad O lines in this division, I think he's gonna eat. Then you got Nakobe Dean in the 3rd round. I think they killed this year's draft, and I think this team was so close to competition last year. I mean, they made the playoffs out of this division when I think this is the worst division of sports. 2 teams made the playoffs out of it. Wild. And I just think the Eagles are going to be better. I'm banking on a Jalen Hurts better season with better help. I mean, you go from Jalen Reagor to AJ Brown. I think that's a tremendous upgrade for him. And I think this team is going to be better than it was and better than the Cowboys. And I think they're going to win this division. I'm going Eagles. Fly, baby, fly.
You kind of convinced me a little bit, but I mean, the Eagles just haven't been good since they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and
with a backup quarterback.
And I mean, you can't be bad for too long. I mean, Zeke is going to have to eat this year, or else he's not getting signed again. Dak is, he's a top 5 quarterback in this league. And like Shenny, I don't like how Shenny said he's a number 1.
Dak is not a top 5 quarterback in this league.
You don't think he's top 5?
Dak is not a top 5 quarterback in this league.
He has no help, no offense around him. That's why. If he had some weapons, but
now you're just digging it deeper, Roman.
No, I'm
come
not.
On.
No,
come on.
He has CeeDee Lamb. That's his best wide receiver.
CeeDee Lamb. They had Amari Cooper. They had Michael Gallup. They have their tight end, what's his name? He was good last year.
You don't even know his name.
Dalton Schultz is going to be even better this year.
See, everyone's predicting him to have an even better year.
Okay. Then why are you putting Philadelphia Eagles above the
He's definitely not top 5 quarterback.
Okay, maybe not top 5. I was being a little exaggeration, but I mean, the Cowboys are even every year. They always come out 500. I think they pull it off. The Eagles I have no faith in them.
I like the Eagles this year. I really like their draft, and I really like them picking up AJ.
I'm going to stick to the best quarterback in the division. That team is going to win the division. That's why I have the Cowboys there. Yes, they lost
that far from Dak. I don't think he's that far.
He hasn't proved that yet.
How do you think
he's not top 5? I can name 5 quarterbacks better than him right now. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes.
Jalen doesn't have an arm.
Joe Burrow and Herbert. Well, those are too easy right there.
Joe Burrow, Herbert. I'll even put Matthew Stafford above him.
Yep.
Treacherous talk.
Over Dak? Yeah, I'm taking all those guys Shinny just named over Dak.
Joe Burrow over Dak Prescott?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Joe Burrow over Dak?
if I put Dak Prescott and with those 3 wide receivers, I think he has a better year than Joe Burrow did.
I don't think so.
I think he does.
I don't know. I think this is the year where the Cowboys need to find a new identity.
Exactly.
They've been a ground and pound team the last 3 or 4 years.
And obviously, it took a toll on Zeke.
Yep, it took a toll on Zeke. I think Zeke is still good at running the ball. I think he can still get you those goal line power back kind of type role.
And the Cowboys O-line hasn't been good either. So Bengals O-line was pretty good last year.
No, Bengals had the worst O-line in the league last year.
They won the Super Bowl. You can't be that terrible,
they
bro.
went to the Super Bowl.
They had no injuries. They had no injuries.
The Super Bowl.
I agree. They had no injuries, but they had the worst offensive line by metrics last year.
Better than the Cowboys.
No.
Yes,
Going into this year, yes, Bengals have a better O-line than the Cowboys because they went upgraded.
Yep. But I still
it's always a shootout in the shittiest division in all sports.
I agree.
I still believe in the Cowboys until they don't do it and they prove me wrong. I will believe in them.
I've lost belief.
Cowboys win the East.
Next division. What is it?
All right. Well, are we sticking with NFC? Because then we got the NFC South.
NFC South, that's a good division.
Good division because we all know who's last.
Yep, absolutely.
And
Deshaun Watson's Texans.
Falcons.
Deshaun Watson's Texans.
Sorry, wrong NFC. I was thinking AFC. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No, I agree 100%. Sorry. The Falcons definitely lose this division. I mean, Marcus Mariota is trash can. There's nobody else on this team that I know of.
This is absolutely wild to me with all the talent at quarterback in this league that the Falcons are going with Marcus Mariota as their starter.
I just don't understand that Jimmy G has wanted out of San Francisco and you can't put a good enough trade to acquire that man.
Yeah,
you can't send them 2 third-rounders for Jimmy G.
Seriously.
Because that gets the job done any day of the week at this point.
Better than Mariota for sure.
I mean, I think they're just banking with Mariota, and they want the top pick next year.
Yeah, which I don't know who's the top pick. Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to be the top pick at next year's draft, but that's what they're going to stick with. They're going to stick with Mariota and pray that they get the number 1 overall pick next year.
They're trying to find their next Matty Ice.
They're gonna try next year.
Yeah, I don't know. The quarterback situation, nobody's really jump off. Yes, Stetson Bennett is decent, but he's like 5'10". So
yeah, because everyone said 5'11", and then the announcers giggled.
Yeah.
During the game, I swear, the announcers giggled when they said 5'11".
So, but yeah, Falcons definitely last in the NFC South.
I don't think they're going to be the worst team in the league, though. I was joking saying they're going to get the first overall pick because I don't think they're that bad. But I do think they're a bad team. And Marcus Mariota, he's shown glimpses with the Raiders over the past couple of years that he could play a game or two. But trusting him for a full season, dog, there's no point. They're setting themselves up for a top 3 pick next year. I'll put money on that.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that. Or take.
It's a good
so
take.
We're all good with Falcons there.
Yep.
Next team.
I'm going. You guys are probably not going to like this, but I'm going Carolina. I don't have faith in Baker Mayfield. Christian McCaffrey, I mean, hopefully he stays healthy, but the past couple you can't bank on it. But yeah, I mean, Chuba Hubbard might be the starting running back there. Best wide receiver you got is DJ Moore. Robbie Anderson is iffy. I don't really like Carolina this year, or I like them worse than the next 2 teams.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on this one. Carolina kind of jumped off the page at us at the beginning of last year with their good defense overall early in the season. And they're going to need a lot more of that because of this team. And I think this team just is going to take the slow offensive route. I feel like they're just going to be a slow-paced team that's just going to be boring all year long with Baker and CMC and just the crew. You know, you can name a couple wide receivers that are decent for them. But I agree with you. Carolina's going to fit right here at the 3rd place team in this division. I'm interested to see Baker play with this team after surgery.
I'm definitely interested for that. I just want to
I
see how he
don't
does with a
think
different
there's
team.
a big of a target anymore. I don't know why the Browns have been such a bad team and they have such a media eye.
Yeah.
Like whatever they do attracts the media for some reason. And I think he's gonna get a step back over here in Carolina where you're just like, oh, you're just the Panthers, step to the side. Like
Yeah.
for some reason, I think that's just what it is. And I think he'll actually have a better year this year than he has in a couple years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on the same page as you guys. I'm gonna put the Panthers here, but I'm not they're not. In my opinion, they will be the second best third place team in all of football. I can see them going 9-8 and still being third place in this division.
Yeah.
I actually like Baker.
I do like Baker. Yeah.
Big Cat's pinky team.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see them being Big Cat's pinky team.
I like Baker. I don't wish injuries upon anyone, so at this point, I'm assuming CMC is going to stay healthy the whole year, which is fantastic.
And if that happens, I think they'll give him a run. I'll give the next team for a run.
The Saints.
The
Saints. I don't know if we wanted to say it or not, but yeah,
the Saints.
The Saints. I think they'll give them a run for their money if CMC stays healthy. I think it'll be closer than we think. But yeah,
definitely. And Baker had Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. You kind of mix both of those in that CMC. In one guy, he can receive the ball, he can run the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a big Baker fan. I like his mentality. I like the way he holds himself, even when he does stupid shit and it gets caught up in the media. Like Bob was saying, Cleveland has an eye on them for some reason. Maybe because LeBron won one championship there. I don't know what it is, but
some reason.
Yeah, there's some reason. I also think Baker does get a relief in Carolina, but yeah, I'm gonna go Carolina Panthers third, and I'll lead into the second place team. I think the Saints are more stacked on defense, which puts them above Carolina. I think they can win a couple more games just because their defense got major upgrades. And they kind of got little homecoming going on. They got a lot of dudes that went to LSU. They got a lot of dudes who are familiar with Louisiana, who are from Louisiana. Their whole team, though, really matters on if Jameis can stay healthy. So,
I feel
no Sean Payton
is full of eye guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got Michael Thomas. You got Jarvis Landry.
You got Chris Olave.
Oh, I don't know much about him being an eye guy, but I think those two guys are eye guys.
Yeah.
And then there was
Honey Badger's an eye guy.
Honey Badger, eye guy. Marcus May, eye guy, already was arrested. Like this team is setting themselves up for a huge failure. I think they're better than the Panthers, but I would not be surprised if this team sucks.
I think it's an Alvin Kamara breakout year. I don't just think this team is going to suck.
Hot take on Alvin Kamara, though.
Running backs
he's going to get suspended.
Break out anymore at the end of their career. Like you break out as a young running back.
Hot take on Alvin Kamara,
but running backs perfect their game to where they make it a different game to when they were young. When they're young and gunning, they're pounding, running fast to the edge. When you grow older, you pick the plays you want to run and run them well. And I feel like Alvin Kamara's there. He knows what plays he wants. He loves the screens. He loves the out routes. I mean, he'll run the ball every once in a while, but I feel like maybe not an outbreak year, but a better year than he's had in the past.
And he's another eye guy. I think they're just all eye guys on this team.
Yeah. I was reading something, and typically throughout the years, running backs age 27, that is when they hit the cliff and they just fall off after that. Alvin Kamara is 27 this year. That cliff is coming. There was a off the field issue that happened where he apparently got in a fight or something, and there's no tapes on it. During the Pro Bowl in Vegas, you're right.
Yeah, you remember that?
During the Pro Bowl, there's no tapes on it. I saw a conspiracy that the person who has the tapes is putting their life savings on him unders all year long, and then first week comes, they're going to drop the tapes, and boom, he's suspended for however many games.
That's great. That's great for that guy.
Yep, great for that guy. And obviously, number one, old father time who never gets older. Just got face surgery, looking good as fuck. His wife is hot as fuck.
He definitely had something done.
Definitely.
We could definitely tell.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win this division handedly.
Got a great ad in Julio Jones.
You're saying it handedly? And Roman, I'm sick and tired of you talking about Julio Jones.
I knew you were going to say something about it. But I think he's going to be the motherfucking it factor of this team.
I can tell you one thing, he's for sure not going to be Offensive Player of the Year. Because that Roman, you were on some bullshit the other night.
Watch it happen. Watch it happen.
No. I don't even think he scored a touchdown last year. I really don't think he scored a touchdown.
Last year, I'm talking about this year.
He scored one.
Oh, fuck, one.
Roman, you are...
J.J. Watt has more touchdowns than him the last 2 years.
Make me right.
J.J. Watt has more offensive touchdowns than Julio Jones does the last 2 years.
There is a better chance he is cut.
I hate you guys.
Than Offensive Player of the Year.
I hate you guys. Have some faith.
We'll give you a redemption pick right now. If only right now, though, to change your pick.
First name that comes to your head.
Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, I like that. I have him in fantasy.
Between your two picks, we're okay with that.
All right.
Because your first was retarded.
Fuck you.
I'm just gonna put that one there. Like I'll say the hard R.
And when he gets 20 receptions for 1,000 yards, then you'll fucking notice. All right.
He's gonna get 50 yards a catch.
Yes, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna hit the fucking route, and Tom Brady's just gonna hit him every time.
And then he's going to pull a hammy.
The safeties in this league are thinking the same thing you two stupid idiots are thinking. And he's going to get fucking 20 touchdowns this year.
One, he was never a big touchdown guy. And two,
he's a big red zone guy. He goes up there and gets the fucking ball.
5 years ago.
Touchdown.
5 years ago.
He's not a touchdown guy.
He's dealt with injuries. Everybody gets the injury bug. Just chill.
The last Brady, 6 years of your career is an injury bug.
Yes.
All right, let's move on.
And bad quarterbacks.
Because I agree with you, Trevor. Bucks by $1 billion in this division. It might be a sweat early on, but this team's just so much better than the rest of the division.
Absolutely.
And I mean, if any of these teams want a true chance, make an upgrade at quarterback. If any of those three teams want a chance,
I like that take. Carolina did, but I think you need a little more than that.
Carolina tried. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
But the other two,
I agree.
I don't think Jameis is good. Everyone's on a Jameis bandwagon. I don't think Jameis is good.
We'll see this year.
We'll see.
Shannon, you want to give your lock? Just because we're on that topic.
Sure, I'll give my lock of the century. Jameis Winston over 13.5 interceptions. Future, place it right now. It's gonna hit literally week 4, I'm assuming, and I'm gonna be so happy. The last time he started all 16 games, he threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. I would have hit it twice then. I literally would have hit it twice.
You would hit it twice if it was the same. All right, so next division. There's an easy last place team.
Yep, and then the next 3 are easy as well.
It's hard after that, I think. But NFC West, we got the worst team has to be Seahawks. You lose your franchise quarterback, you lose your franchise linebacker, all in the same offseason. There is definitely a last place brewing for the Seahawks.
But this is a different type of team than the rest of the league.
Especially when you
have no good quarterback with nobody around them. This team has good wide receivers, bad quarterback.
Yeah, but especially when you announce Geno Smith as your starter, like all offseason, I'm thinking Drew Lock's going to go in and maybe compete for a job. I think they have a better chance of winning a football game with Drew Lock at quarterback. Clearly, I'm not Pete Carroll, though. So Geno Smith is the starter, and I hate that.
I don't like either options for them, so this is why they're the last place team in this division.
And they let go of Bobby Wagner, who was literally their cornerstone on their defense.
He goes to your rival.
That's not looking good for them.
He joins your rival.
Yeah, that's fire.
Says you want to fuck me like that? I'm gonna go and play for our rival and
bonk. That was sus.
Every time we play you.
That was sus.
Pause.
So we got the Seahawks out of the way. Now we're dealing with the Cardinals, the Niners, and the Rams. Who is third place in this division?
What a question.
We saved the best division for last in the NFC.
I think we got to do it. It's the common answer we're thinking.
No, you're thinking
49ers.
Okay, all right. Maybe we are thinking.
I'm saying the San Francisco 49ers.
Maybe we are thinking.
I don't think. I mean, like I said in the last pod, Trey Lance. Yes, I have some faith in him, but as a team as a whole, I don't think they got it. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be staring over the shoulder of Trey Lance, and it's going to make his nerves just tingle the whole time. George Kittle, hopefully he stays healthy. I mean, the guy's out half the year for the past 3 years.
49ers, that's their real problem is injuries.
Yeah, injuries every time, every year.
Every year.
And I think you agree with me.
I don't agree with you here. So, Shenny, maybe you agree with Roman. You could keep talking here because I'm on a total different page.
No, I agree with you handedly, Roman.
Good.
That was a great take. San Francisco is the third best team. I know a couple listeners are big 49er fans, and they're not going to like this.
Our week one guest.
This take. But Trey Lance is not that good. He really isn't. I saw him play a couple games last year. It was ugly. It was terrible. It looked like I was playing quarterback out there, and he's 6'5" and runs a 4.4. It's just not good. It looks ugly. I mean, I like Debo, but the reason Debo is because of Mike McCarthy or Mike McDaniels, whatever. Not Mike McCarthy, sorry. Mike McDaniels, and he's gone to Miami. So maybe Kyle Shanahan has some more plays. Maybe he was
This has always been Shanahan's playbook. Let's not fool anybody. It's always been Shanahan.
Jimmy G's a proven winner, and you go with the backup who hasn't won one NFL game in his life. Makes no sense to me.
I am gonna go with the Cardinals here in the 3 spot.
Don't like that.
I know no one likes that because I'm different than everybody. Kyler Murray, that Call of Duty loving bitch, he's not good as soon as Call of Duty drops and that DLC is out. And I just don't like this Cardinals team, especially without D-Hop for 6 games to start off the year. 6 games the Cardinals don't have D-Hop for.
They have enough willpower or firepower to protect.
I'll explain my Cardinals take.
I don't think so.
They got Marquise Brown as a pickup from the Baltimore Ravens.
And he was not good last year.
They got AJ Green. They got Rondell Moore. And they got James Conner.
This offense wasn't the same as soon as D-Hop wasn't good. Second half of the year, D-Hop wasn't there, hurt.
Okay, but they're learning to play without him.
Died down.
Learning to play without him.
Now 6 games without him. Okay, let's say 6 games without D-Hop. You face the Chiefs, L. Face the Raiders, L.
Win.
Face the Rams.
Raiders L? Raiders L.
Yeah, Raiders L.
Okay, I'm gonna remember this for the pick'ems. Remember that, Shenny. If he picks the Arizona Cardinals, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, who knows then?
Yeah, exactly.
Cardinals over Panthers. I'll take the Cardinals. Eagles. I'm gonna say L. Eagles win that matchup with the Birds.
Oh my god!
Then
you are fucking crazy.
Seahawks win that one. So that's loss, win. So that's 1 and 3.
2 and 4 is what you have them at.
2 and 4.
No, you're
2
terrible.
and 4 by the time
You're
D-Hop
terrible.
comes up.
This is the hottest take, coldest take.
No, I'm going to say the 49ers are better than the Cardinals this year. Period. I'll take that one with me.
All right.
I'm not gonna.
Here's why I have
That's
the Cardinals. Here's why I have the Cardinals over the 49ers. The first 10 weeks, the Cardinals are the best team in the league under Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Week 11 hits, week 11 through 17, week 11 through 18 is when they fall off. This has been a trend the last 3 years.
1 through 6, they don't have D-Hop.
It doesn't matter. They have Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is that dude.
Yep. And then after week 10, the DLC drops for COD.
That's fine.
What a conspiracy theory that is, really.
Have you not looked at the numbers?
No, I haven't.
Do you think
Kyler,
hold on.
Yeah, if you look at the numbers, Kyler Murray, as soon as Call of Duty drops, he has gone down 6 points in fantasy per week. And then if you look at the weekends that are double XP, he does even worse.
You're lying.
I swear the TikTok nerds have gone down to the bottom
too much
of this.
TikTok.
It's true. It's true.
It is true.
No.
Kyler Murray is a Call of Duty lover.
And when does Call of Duty come out this year?
Oh, week 9.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
So
it's true.
Without D-Hop, he's gonna be bad. And then you have D-Hop for 2-3 weeks, and then Call of Duty comes out. The season's done.
They could go 3-6. D-Hop comes back. They're gonna go 6-12.
No. Listen.
12. What a great record, Roman. What a great record.
That'll be better than the 49ers.
Hold up.
Yes, it will be.
Hold up.
I love predictions. I don't have to be right at all.
It was in Kyler Murray's contract.
Yep.
That he can't play. He has to watch film, whatever, a certain amount of time. Which they took it out because the media made it such a big deal. I think Kyler's gonna be locked in all year long. Especially
he's not playing. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's facts, Roman.
PS5.
It is facts. It is so facts.
I got a report that he just got the PS5.
I'm pissed.
It's facts. He's been letting gaming get into his head throughout the season, and Bob is not lying when he's
everybody. Juju Smith with the TikToks. Fucking.
And how bad was he? Horrible.
Taylor the one with the fucking podcast.
And how bad was
if you
he?
do something outside of football, they're gonna say you're terrible.
And guess what?
Week 1.
It usually
only
is
week
true.
1.
We can't ignore the stats though. We cannot ignore the stats.
You can't ignore the stats.
I hate this.
Numbers do not lie. Numbers do not lie ever.
Yes.
All right.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Period.
Ever. Period.
All right.
And I still
the AFC.
I'm still riding.
Oh, did we pick a number 1 actually? Because it's definitely the Rams.
Definitely the Rams. They're gonna fucking repeat this year.
The Whams.
It's gonna be the Rams. Fucking.
I mean, they upgraded at linebacker, stole Seahawks linebacker,
literally
and
right out from under.
And no OBJ, but Allen Robinson is a great
pickup.
Subtraction.
Great pickup. Yes.
Like, it's unreal. I mean, yes, you lose Bobby Trees, but I mean, Allen Robinson is a great
pickup. And I'm not saying Cooper Kupp Triple Crown again, but he can't be too far off again.
They only traded Bobby Trees because buddy they have in the wide receiver 3 right now, Van Jefferson, is that dude.
Yeah,
is that dude. Good. Is that dude. You're right.
That's the only reason why.
Yeah, I think everybody's got Rams to win this division. Pretty locked in there. AFC,
what division do we want to start off? We started with North last time.
South.
Let's start off with South then.
AFC South. Well then.
I think this is the worst division in
the AFC? Yeah, you could say that again, bud.
Yep. Who's going first?
You could.
I'll go first. The Texans are the worst team in football, baby. Oh, that was easy.
Easy money. I think we all had that pick locked in way before we even
I think there's a worse team in football.
Absolutely.
And I hate people that hype up bad teams. It pisses me off, especially for fantasy.
Yeah, because someone was trying to hype up freaking Mills to me, General Davis Mills. I was watching a podcast. I think it was part of my take with
Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, Jerry O'Connell.
Why is he sport?
He was all, Hey, if you guys need a quarterback and you don't got none, Davis Mills. I was like,
No,
You're
turn
it off.
Yeah.
what he said, I actually watched that segment today. He said Davis Mills and Brandon Cooks will be the Derek Anderson, Braylon. I forgot his name.
Like
from
Brandon.
from
like
10 years ago.
Brady Quinn.
No, the wide receiver was Braylon Anderson or Braylon Edwards. Braylon Edwards, there it was. But yeah,
I mean,
I don't agree with him.
Yeah, I don't agree.
He did almost beat the Patriots last year, which was an electric game.
Their number one running back right now is Rex Burkhead.
Nope, Damian Pierce.
Damian Pierce.
Oh, Damian Pierce. No, yeah, actually, I forgot. He just took the role.
Marlon Mack cut his ass.
Marlon Mack
brought him back
ass,
to their like finicky roster though. What is it called?
The practice squad.
Yeah, there you go. Forgot what it's called. But yeah, Texans last place.
All on the same page there.
It's pretty easy to just go Jaguars right behind them.
Really? You think the Colts do better?
It might even have the same record.
You think the Colts do better?
I think the Colts do a wee bit better than the Jags. Yes.
Roman, is that another one of your takes?
Please don't tell me that,
dude. I mean,
do it then. Do it.
All right, go ahead. Finish your take then.
Because
Jaguars are third place.
Pretty bad last year. I know they got a veteran head coach. They got your quarterback going into year 2. They upgraded their wide receivers by paying the worst guys a lot of money. They hit the free agency and went, who's mid? Pay him a bag. They did a mid off. I'm not going to lie to you.
Who else did they get besides Christian Kirk?
Besides who?
Christian Kirk.
They got a couple other people. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Apparently, they're not that good. We don't remember them.
Yeah, I don't remember them. They got Evan Ingram.
Mid.
Definitely mid. They paid him though.
I think these are all great additions for Trevor Lawrence. I think he has a way better year than he did last year. James Robinson with what's his name? Who's the other one? Travis Etienne. I think that combo is going to be very nice. And the Colts have nobody. I mean, they got
Matt Ryan. They have Matt Ryan.
He is trash. You cannot tell me Matt Ryan is good, bro.
Bro, the Colts went to the playoffs with Phillip Rivers,
which is trash. I mean,
they have Jonathan Taylor. What do you mean? What are you talking about right now?
I forgot about Jonathan Taylor. But
come on,
their best wide receiver is Michael Pittman Jr.,
who's a dog. He is a dog.
Okay, but that's it. Who else do you have? And you have Matt Ryan as your quarterback. That's not
Matt Ryan made a whole career throwing to one person his whole life.
All right, but not on the Colts.
I don't think the Colts will be much better than the Jags.
Then my pick is not that wrong.
Yeah,
and I think it's very right.
You think it's very right?
Colts get 3 and Jaguars get 2 this year. I mean, yeah, 2.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's my pick, and I'm sticking to it.
I don't think
Trevor Lawrence has to have the biggest 180 of his life for that to happen.
And it could happen. It could happen.
It can't happen.
The dumbass, what's his fucking name?
Worst coach of all time.
You can't even knock that freaking year on his record, bro. Like that whole year was fluke. He's got a better coach this year.
I'm more comfortable.
He's got to do way better than last year.
I do understand what you're talking about, Roman. I completely understand what you're saying.
Yes, and the additions on wide receiver are good.
I don't think it's there yet.
Yeah,
I think it's a year away.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say I'm more comfortable
over the O lineman, and you expect him to see Christian Kirk. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw dimes that good to Christian Kirk.
Listen, I'm more comfortable about being wrong on the Jaguars than I am about being right on the Colts this year.
All right, that's fine.
I mean, if you think deep about it, they did make a lot of good moves in free agency.
They did.
But they did make a lot of bad moves.
They lost their best defensive player, though.
I think the coach situation is the biggest
They cut
thing.
that fool, Trevor.
They lost him. They literally lost him.
You're saying he was their best defensive player. He wasn't. Miles Jack
was other than Josh Allen.
He was good a couple years ago.
Other than Josh Allen, he was their defense.
Miles Jack has not been good in a couple of years. But I do understand what Roman's saying because their team isn't as bad as you think. They upgraded their offensive line
I got
this
them
year.
locked in at 2. Don't care.
I do not think they're going to be better than the Colts yet. That's a tough one. That's a tough one for me to say
That's
right
fine.
now.
That's fine.
All right.
But I guess we all
don't-
agree on Tennessee, huh?
Yeah, see, I don't like Tennessee either. All they have is Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's all they have. That's it.
They drafted an Oklahoma's wide receiver who looks just like AJ Brown,
Yep.
but it's going to take him a couple years to develop. I don't like Tennessee either. I really like their backup quarterback now, the young kid. He looked really good in preseason.
Malik Willis.
Malik really liked how he looked in preseason.
Yeah, but I mean, they just have no defense. I don't like the Titans at all. But Derrick Henry is just such a monster. He'll take them single-handedly on their back.
For some reason, I feel like Roman wants the Jags to win this entire division.
I just feel like they're going to really do a 180 this year.
I think you should just say they're going to win the division.
No, can't do it. Can't do it.
I mean, both of the other teams suck too. So I mean, it's
you have to listen. You have to think the winner of this division is going to be 10-7, 11-6.
That's a lot of wins for them. I'm
It's a
thinking
lot of wins.
9, maybe 8 wins this year, and they win the division.
No.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. Almost the worst division in football, but
It's damn close. It's damn close.
all right. Should we do the second worst in AFC North?
What the fuck?
The second.
We're not going to
worst
go
in
the
the
AFC
conference.
East.
We go AFC
We
East.
can go AFC
Yeah,
East.
that's literally the easiest division to pick.
All right.
Jets, Dolphins, Patriots, Bills.
Oh, whoa! You're just gonna run
We're just
into it
gonna
like
zoom through it
that?
like that. I mean,
Just
that is
kidding.
my
I might as
order,
well go
but-
take a piss. Think about this before Shinny's done with his take. Holy cow, that was so quick.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you at 1. So, at the last place, first pick off our board. Jets are going to be the worst team in this division. They lose their tackle in camp. Zach didn't show much last year to me. Didn't prove to me that he's a starting quarterback in this league. They made some moves, drafted some guys. I just don't like the Jets at all.
Can't like them.
Never have, never will.
Everyone's hype on Breece Hall this year at the running back. I mean, they had a running back committee last year. Michael Carter's. They had like 2 Michael Carters, I feel like.
Ty Johnson.
They just had a bunch of names last year that just kept showing up. So
And Ho Flacco.
yeah, Joe sucks.
Yeah.
Jets suck
might
this
be
year.
worst team in the
Period.
league.
Jets,
Worst team in the league.
Jets,
Suck.
Jets. 4th place.
But we got the Dolphins next, or we got Patriots next?
Good question there, Roman.
We're gonna have to go Dolphins.
You're going Dolphins next. All right. Let's hear about it.
Let's hear about it. I don't think Tyreek Hill is a big ad. Tua's arm is not that great.
But you think Julio Jones is good?
What? That has nothing to do with Tyreek Hill.
Got your ass.
No, that's nothing. I mean, like I said, Tua's arm is trash. Not going to connect on no deep balls. I mean, who else they got on their team? They just got Chase Edmonds. Not that great of a addition.
Better than Myles Gaskin.
By what? I mean, I guess that's a good compared to Myles.
They got
Gaskin,
running
yes.
back guy by committee over there.
They have 3.
Okay, well, who do the Patriots have? I don't have faith in Mac Jones at all.
So you're still saying the Patriots are better, though, is what you were saying at the start of this.
I was thinking the start of this.
Yeah, you put the Dolphins at 3.
Oh, I meant to put the Patriots. At.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I got it mixed up. My bad.
Whoa.
Went from one to. I was going down. My bad. Patriots number 3.
You were going down, so you put the Jets as your first seed.
No.
So
After that.
what is really going on here, Roman?
After that. But whatever.
Okay,
Patriots
so
are my third team.
Patriots
Yes.
are your third team.
Yes. Mac Jones trash.
Okay, that came out of nowhere,
Jacoby
but
Myers.
I'll agree with you, Roman. Patriots are going to be my third team as well. I think Mac Jones has a sophomore slump. He was a pretty decent quarterback last year, and I don't think the Patriots made good enough moves this offseason for this team. I think the year prior, they spent all their money. I just saw today that they renegotiated Jonnu Smith's contract. I think you had to because he wasn't that good. They paid their tight end so much money. I just don't think that Patriots team's that good to continue an uptrend.
Best player or the best person on their team is Bill Belichick.
I think it's Matthew Judon, the red sleeves.
The red sleeve guy.
Yeah,
the end.
He absolutely killed it last year. But yeah, I think the Patriots are going to take a step backwards in the Mac Jones era. And you lost all of your coordinators. They're going with a defensive coordinator who was fired from the Lions as their head coach, Matt Patricia, to call their offensive plays. Matt Patricia was the Patriots defensive coordinator, got hired as the Lions head coach, now got hired back as the Patriots offensive coordinator. What in the world are we thinking here, Bill? I don't agree with any of it. Patriots are my third place team in this division. Dolphins, the Tyreek ad is going to speak true. It was a need. We talked about it last year. The Miami Dolphins needed 2 things last year: more wide receivers, better O-line. What they do in free agency? Tyreek Hill trade, Tariq Armstead, the best offensive lineman. They went and did that shit. I think they're going to be better team than the Patriots this year. Put money on it. Dolphins gang.
That's exactly
I am going to agree with you.
You're going to agree with
me.
me.
Say earlier.
Patriots are the third best team in this division. If my offensive player of the year pick comes true, which is Tyreek Hill, they have to be better than the Patriots, which is the second place team. So I am putting the Patriots at 3, and I'm putting the Dolphins at 2. Their defense has been very good the last 2 years.
All right, well, I'm going to take a piss break, so you guys keep this going. I'm going to interrupt you and just throw my first place team, the Bills. Easy. I'll let you guys negotiate that one.
I don't think there is no negotiation needed. Bills are definitely the best team in this division. I don't think there's no need of an explanation either. You got Josh Allen at quarterback. I mean, his team played very well last year and the year before that. Yeah, easy pick.
I love the Dolphins as the second place team. The Bills are definitely going to be number 1. Low-key seeing maybe a record-breaking offensive year for the Bills.
Breaking, huh?
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Devin Singletary, James Cook. They have some dogs that are ready to score the rock in Buffalo. And I think they have a sour taste in their mouth from that overtime loss to the Chiefs in playoffs.
Yep.
I think they're coming with vengeance, and they want to make a statement that Buffalo is here, and Buffalo is going to make a deep run in this playoffs.
100%. I think they got the grit in Buffalo, and they're ready. Always been ready. Josh Allen is that guy. Yeah, I like Bills.
AFC East, easy Bills.
Easy.
They're gonna pay mine for me. I love it.
AFC North or West? AFC North.
AFC North.
All right. Worst team? Pittsburgh Steelers. No, I'm just kidding. I'll let Shinny go first since this is his division.
I mean, this has to be unanimous. The Cleveland Browns are the worst team in this fucking division.
Yes.
Even when they get fucking massage therapists back from suspension.
When they get him back, they are better than another team in this division.
No, they're going to be worse. The Browns are the worst team in this division. They will finish last, and that's just how it rolls.
They will finish last, of course.
They will finish
Jacoby Brissett.
I kind of agree with Shenny's take. I don't think Deshaun Watson will do anything better to his team.
You don't think Deshaun Watson makes his team better?
I'm just saying, didn't they finish last year?
Yeah.
And is Jacoby Brissett better than Baker Mayfield?
On one shoulder, probably. Baker played with a torn labrum last year, and that is the true statement.
He also scored 50 points against your team with a torn labrum.
Yes.
Can Jacoby Brissett score 50 points against one team this year?
No, but I do think Deshaun Watson makes them a whole lot better when he returns.
All they have to throw to is Amari Cooper. That's it.
They have some more wide receivers there.
He hasn't played game speed in
2 years.
Yes, but
maybe
now, this year they're not going to be any better than last place. No.
All right, good. All right. We can unanimously agree on that.
But I do think when he comes back, they are unanimously better.
We'll see.
All right. But yeah, Browns last place. You trade for a guy who's going to miss 11 games as your starting quarterback. It's just not good. Not a good look. But all right, next team in this division.
You guys can go first because I know where you're going to go.
We're going to be total different than you because this is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't have a true quarterback. Have they even named their starter yet? Don't know.
I'll name it for you right now.
Away. They haven't named them yet, though.
I'll name it for you.
They haven't named them yet. But the Steelers are not that great of a team anymore. They're not the dynasty that they once were. And I'm going to give you a bold prediction. The Steelers finished under 500 for the first time in decades. And that's because they're going to have a quarterback controversy this year. They're going to have a quarterback catastrophe this year. They're going to have to use all three of their quarterbacks this year out of the name of the game. And it might be one reason or another, but they're going to have to use all three quarterbacks to get them to third place.
Wow. What a take. I kind of want to gang up on Shinny here, but I can't do it because I can't believe in that. The Steelers are definitely not going to get third place. The Baltimore Ravens are. Lamar Jackson has no
worse.
They have no weapons over there. None. They got Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, his favorite wide receiver is gone. I mean, they don't even know who's going to play running back. Maybe J.K. Dobbins, but Kenyon Drake's after that, and he's trash.
Hard to say that.
I think 100% the Ravens are third in this league or this division.
That's fine. I have no problems with people's predictions.
I'm going to agree with Roman. The Ravens are the third best team in this division. Lamar Jackson can't do everything by himself. This isn't a one person team. You can't win with one person.
You're switching up.
And I think your take about the Steelers is awful. Anyways, the Ravens have no weapons at all. Rashad Bateman is yet to break out. He could. They lose their best wide receiver in Hollywood Brown. They just trade him away for chopped liver.
For chopped liver, literally.
They believe in their guys. For what?
What guys? Who?
And Mark Andrews.
The old man Mark.
Mark Andrews?
Old. He has to be like 28.
Guy had his best season last year.
And Lamar is betting on himself this year, having a great year so he can get paid in the offseason.
And that usually pans out, if we don't recall, pans out a lot of the time.
In the NFL, it pans out.
Pittsburgh is just has a lot more threats.
Who was the last person to do that it worked out for?
If you're not thinking about the guys who sit out happens a lot. You bet on yourself going into your free agency year.
Who was the last guy that did that?
I mean, off the top of my head, you could say Joe Flacco when he went and won a Super Bowl on a contract year and got paid.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I'm just saying, typically in the NFL, the sport of the NFL, guys who bet on themselves, it does not necessarily bode in their favor.
See, I think you're only thinking about the guys who sit out contracts and like seasons. I'm thinking of guys who like bank on themselves and go get paid.
The last guy that I can think of that tried to do that was Juju, and he fucking got hurt. So,
well, we're talking about like Hunter Henry when he banked on himself and got a bag from the Patriots.
Got a bag's not doing nothing about it, though.
I don't know.
He scored like 10 red zone touchdowns last year.
I don't really think the Ravens are that good. They were good when Lamar won MVP. They had weapons. They had a full defense. They had everything was clicking for them. Lamar shit his pants, gets COVID. A bunch of bullshit happened last year, and they got third place.
Was it gonna happen again last year or the year before?
It all adds up, though.
Same to me.
I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before.
Yeah, Pittsburgh has way more threats. The quarterback situation is a question, but I feel like any of those two quarterbacks can do well with how many weapons they have. Najee Harris is going to have a breakout year.
Has a Liz Frank injury. Let's not forget.
I forgot about that. But
what is that?
Liz Frank's in your feet.
Your feet or something like that.
Which bone is that for the listeners at home?
It's your arch. I thought. I don't know. It's a guess off the top of my head.
Okay.
I think you would
can't
know.
affect them too much.
I think it's going to affect them a lot. He's a running back.
I don't know. I don't want to be biased here.
All year.
I don't want to be biased like you guys, so I will put the Steelers at second place in the AFC North, even though I don't like the Bengals at all. To say that the Steelers will finish under 500 when they finish above 500 with Mason Rudolph, or they finished 500 with Mason Rudolph playing quarterback,
play again this year too.
He's
going to play a lot this year.
It's truly hideous. It's like I'm throwing up in my mouth when you said that. Mitch Trubisky, this is his team. He is going to ride. He's going to flourish in this offense. This is the best defense in this division. Defense wins championships. Defense is what's going to win them more than 10 games this year, and I am willing to bet on that. And I'm not being biased here because
division outright though, easily. They have the best offense, maybe in the league this year. This might be the year they just pop off. I mean, they have the names to do it. They're all young.
That three wide receiver threat is a big advantage in this league nowadays. Everybody goes for the deep ball, and I mean, to have three studs like Joe Burrow has, it obviously plays a big weapon or gives them a big advantage.
And Mixon too. It's not just the wide receivers. Yeah. Mixes in a lot for that offense.
Yeah.
Run the ball. He catches very well for them. I think that Bengals team is just going to continue off their drive from last year. And I know everyone says in this division, because I mean, they weren't seen at all coming out last year. Everyone's going to say they didn't have injuries or anything, but sometimes football gods are in your favor, and
I think we got to keep looking out.
I think they're I think they're going to be a good team for a long time because their best players are young, and then they built out of free agency well, picking up Hendrickson last year, and then their offensive line. They signed 3 guys this year, and added Lyle Collins, who I think his mindset is what you need in an offensive lineman and his like want to protect. And then they all have the LSU blood and bondage, man. It's weird how they went and like grew a LSU ass team. But he's gonna have a deeper connect with his quarterback now for Lyle. I mean, they're all predictions, whatever. We could say whatever we want. It might not work out at the end because I had the Bengals nowhere near winning this division last year.
Absolutely.
And they kind of just came out of nowhere. But I think those wide receivers, man, it's going to be hard for any defense to shut one up, let alone three.
Yeah, the Bengals prediction wise, they are probably the best team in this division. Some people might say that they didn't have any injuries last year. Well, those some people is me. They had they had a team of destiny where their field goal kicker didn't miss any kicks in the postseason. They had 0 injuries to any key players. The year before, Joe Burrow got hurt and they were last place, dead last, and they had to pick Jamar Chase, which was a great pick. Jamar Chase was fantastic, had the best rookie receiving from a wide receiver ever in a whole year. I just can't. My favorite saying is never twice, and I can't see them being healthy the whole season again. Their kicker being absolutely fantastic the whole year. Something just is brewing in my head where something's going to go wrong. And I'm not saying it's an injury. I don't wish injuries upon any players, but something just isn't going to click for some reason. Cincinnati's going to get too much in their head. I don't know what it is, but that's what's going to happen. And maybe another team wins this division. I don't know. But I don't see them going to the Super Bowl anywhere close to that anytime soon.
I don't know. I think they're a really good team. I definitely think they could go back to back to the Super Bowls.
Yeah, me too.
You go once.
Not in the AFC. I'm sorry, not in the AFC.
You can't.
No.
AFC West?
I'm sorry, just came out of your division. AFC West. Let's go. The best is the West.
Make sure you guys aren't biased. Make sure you guys aren't biased.
What if we want to be?
I could do whatever I want. This is my podcast. Just because your team sucks.
Sucks is an understatement.
I think we can all agree on number 4.
I don't know if we're all going to agree somewhere.
You don't think so?
I don't know. This is the hardest division in all of sports. This is the best division in sports, in all of sports, not just football. I think this is the best division talent-wise that a single sport has seen since the Yankees dynasty. I think this division is
not wrong.
Stacked
all the way around. QBs all the way around. Offense all the way around. Definitely the best division in all the sports. And I'll go first. If you guys don't want to go,
go ahead.
And I'm gonna pick Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos as 4th place in this division. Just based solely on the
same page.
Solely on the chemistry. I think it's going to take a couple weeks for them to build some chemistry, and then by then it'll be too late. Russell Wilson hasn't played good for the past couple of years, and that might be because he didn't like where he was. But
he was coming off an injury last year.
Yeah, but Denver, I mean, your best wide receiver is Jerry Jeudy. Tim Patrick just got hurt. Not liking the weapons too much. Their defense is okay, not the best, but
I think their defense was really good last year. Roman, I hate to tell you this, but I think the Broncos are better than what you're putting them. I don't think they're the last place team in this division.
Why?
Because for lack of better terms, adding Russell to this team was a huge upgrade because this team already had like pieces all the way around.
Okay, but who's your 3rd place team? Just so we can argue for a little bit.
Well,
because if it's the Raiders, they added Devontae Adams, buddy.
Yeah, but they have the worst secondary in the entire division. Because my worst team is going to be the Raiders. I think they have the worst offensive line and the worst secondary in the entire division. They might have the best punter, the best kicker, really good D line, but the offensive line is absolutely horrid. And then their secondary, you can't name a single guy in their secondary. It's trash. I'm going to go Raiders here, and then I'm going to go Chiefs as my 3rd team in the division. I think the Chiefs lost their main focal point of their offense and never had a really good defense. Last year, we talked about the Chiefs, and when they won, it was either Kelsey or Tyreek going over 100 yards in a tutty. They already got rid of one option. So you're cutting them down to Kelsey being the main focal point of that offense.
Time for people to step up.
It's going to be
Juju Smith.
It's going to be time, but who knows where that guy's even going to be? Who knows if he's even going to be any good?
I think Pat Mahomes is a way better quarterback than Russell Wilson right now.
I for sure think Pat's better than Derek Carr.
I haven't said one team yet.
Well, maybe open your mouth.
Well, disclaimer to the listeners.
Fourth pick.
Disclaimer to the listeners. Every team in this division will have more than 10 wins. So predictions wise, it's hard.
That's awesome.
Fourth pick is going to be the Raiders. They will have more than 10 wins, though. It's not like they're I agree with you because I don't like their defense isn't as good as I think or as people advertise. But their offense is going to have a lot of firepower. It's going to be electric, but so is every offense in this division. So defense wins championships. I will stick by that till the day I die. But disclaimer, they will have more than 10 wins. Every team in this division will.
And in this division, you really have to nitpick to find the worst team. You have to nitpick.
Yeah, and I think Denver's offense is the nitpick of them all.
Their
defense they had the biggest upgrade.
If you can't score,
if
you can't put points on the board, then you're not going to win. And I feel like the Raiders are going to put up more points than
the Broncos. Yeah. I don't know. I think the Broncos defense is way better as a whole total unit.
Roman, your take is right if the Raiders get into shootouts with teams.
And it could happen. Derek Carr is a good enough quarterback to get this team to where it needs to be. I mean, Devontae Adams is a huge pick. I don't know,
I like Trevor is like preaching on this entire episode. Defense wins championship, and I'm just gonna have to say I think they have the worst defense in this division. That's the reason I'm putting them last.
I mean, Hunter.
And this is their first year truly without the Gruden
defense wins championships.
This is their first year without the Gruden.
I think their head coach is the worst coach in the division too.
True, but.
I don't like
name again?
That coach that much either.
What's his name again? The Patriots dude. I forgot his name.
Are we talking about the
Raiders?
What's Raiders? You caught me in a blank spot.
I thought it was Shanahan, but it's not Shanahan. McDaniels.
The guy's face.
Josh McDaniels.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He sucked as a head coach prior. I mean, I know he was the Broncos head coach before, but he sucked as a head coach. And he just brought all the Patriot guys with him. Like, maybe step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Get some football minds in there. Just stole from the Patriots. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs second, or the second to worst, so third place. They lost a huge part of their offense, and I really, really don't like their defense. I know they're awesome when it comes to offense. They jump off the page. But like Trevor said, everyone's offense does, and it's a shootout. And I think there are better defenses in this division.
All right.
Well,
go Raiders third.
All right.
I don't like their defense, like you said, but I think their offense would get them enough to they get third place in this league, but not enough to beat Kings.
My third place team is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers. And let me tell you why.
Don't be biased.
I'm not being biased. They're the least proven team in this division. They have not made the playoffs in 3 years.
Team in this division? That would be the Broncos.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, because
Russ is proven.
Who hasn't played a game for them though? That's least proven.
Russ is proven. He's a proven winner. He's a proven champion.
And not in the last 3 years hasn't even been good. I think that is the most approved.
I have to go from what I saw last year.
Yeah, and he was so bad last year. Let's not forget.
The Chargers didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but they
Khalil Mack played 4 games last year.
They have a lot to build on. Yeah, Khalil Mack's just one piece.
I know. Trust me, I know.
That's fine.
Before we went to this division, disclaimer, every team will win more than 10 games. The order is flip-flopping. Could flip-flop all year long.
I mean, you could keep continue with your picks. I could care less.
The Chargers will finish 3rd in this division. They are the least proven team in this division, and I know you guys don't want to hear it. I know the whole listeners don't want to hear it. But until they make the playoffs and they prove to themselves that they are elite and they will be good, I have to put them 3rd. No ifs, ands, or buts, period.
Who's proven on the Raiders?
Devontae Adams.
What did he win?
Absolutely nothing.
Offensive Player of the Year.
I got award.
All right, whatever.
I have the Raiders 4th, so the 2 other teams are a lot better.
And then I got Broncos 3rd. I think the Broncos, this was a huge upgrade for them.
Oh yeah, the Chiefs 3rd.
No, or well,
Yeah,
3rd
Broncos
up.
second.
3rd
Yeah.
up on my list. We started bottom up.
Gotcha.
If you haven't noticed, I've been saying 2s and 3s. So yeah. So next, I guess you could say 2nd place, Broncos. I think Russ is going to be really good for them. I don't think their defense is going to be as good as last year, so it could really be a toss up between them and KC. I'm down on KC this year. I think all good things have to come to an end, and the Broncos defense was really good last year. Definitely not going to be the same, but it's the Russ factor. It's adding Russ to this team. I could definitely see where the Broncos absolutely fluke and they suck because I don't believe in Hackett because he's a first-year coach who really didn't coach nothing. And I'll believe that to the end of me that he didn't call a single play for Green Bay last year. So, I mean, I think that team is a big question mark too. But I'll put him at the number 2 spot for now, just for the hype because they have a lot of hype behind them. Broncos country, let's ride. I don't think they'll be that good, though.
You want to go your number 2, Shay?
My number 2 is the Kansas City Chiefs for 2 reasons only. They have the best quarterback in this division, and they have the best head coach in this division. And I think they will find a way to win because they are used to winning football games. Everybody in that locker room will come together, mesh together, and they will find a way to win. And I think they get 2nd place this year. I really do. Even the loss to Tyreek Hill is devastating, but I think Patrick Mahomes is that much better than the rest of the quarterbacks in this division and the league that it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. I'm going to take KC 2nd. I just think they're an all-around better team than the Raiders. I don't think Tyreek Hill will be that big of a difference. I mean, he just scares a lot of teams and make sure they don't get the deep threat, but I think with the players that Patrick Mahomes has around him and how good he is, that this team will still score a lot of points and 2nd in the division. 1st place, I guess. Me and Bob know we're on the same page, but Shenny might not be. We'll let Shenny go first.
This is the easiest pick I've had all year long. Easiest prediction I could have had. For Russ to win MVP, the Broncos will win the division. Russ was the biggest upgrade that any of the teams had at a position this year, and I think it's a huge upgrade. They were already talented around everyone. You saw what the Bucs did. You saw what the Rams did the last 2 years. Quarterback away, they go out and get a quarterback. They win the Super Bowl. Broncos have been a quarterback away for the last 3 to 4 years. They finally get a solid quarterback.
Not been a quarterback away for 3 to 4 years, dude.
2 to 3 years, whatever you want to say. They get their quarterback. They're going to win the division and maybe a Super Bowl. I don't know yet. We'll see. But the teams in the last 2 years,
because I don't think that
who have gotten a quarterback,
an upgrade over than the Seahawks last year. I think that offense is.
I feel like Russell Wilson is going
insane.
into nobody. Jerry Judy's his best threat right now.
You got Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton, but are those upgrades than what you were last year? Because I think DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are both better wide receivers than those two were.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and the Seahawks defense was 32nd in the league. The Broncos defense is a top 10 defense.
I'm talking like offense because you said Russ for MVP. I'm just saying that there's not a chance that I think he's upgrading here. I don't think he's upgrading at all, wide receiver wise.
Team wise, he's upgrading by a million.
Team wise, yeah.
Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon are better than Chris Carson by far.
By far?
They're better than Chris Carson and Rashad Penny
Chris Carson
by far.
Last year, but the year before that, Chris Carson went off.
Because Russ was the quarterback. He makes a difference. He is a difference maker.
They're not going to have as big as a run game as they did last year because they have a quarterback now. I don't know. The Broncos team is up in the air for me because I don't like Hackett at all. And I still don't think that Russ is upgrading his wide receivers leaving that offense.
I guess we will find out because DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett have only played with Russell Wilson as their quarterback. Geno Smith, we saw him for like 4 games last year. That's hard to judge.
Suck though.
I understand that, but we are comparing the wide receivers that Russell Wilson had. We are not comparing wide receivers that didn't have Russell Wilson.
Okay, so compared to the Broncos wide receiver, what they had last year
with Drew Lock,
I'd probably say
and Teddy Bridgewater
and Tyler will be better this year. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah, good thoughts right there.
I mean, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Over last year's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chargers, though, number 1 in the division this year. You got to take them.
It's going to be close. I'm only putting them there because I'm a fan. I really think they had a good offseason with the upgrades. I mean, you go get the best corner in the league. You go and upgrade your outside linebacker. He needs to stay healthy, but I really think he's really good when he plays. And then offensive line, you go and draft another first-round offensive lineman who's looked great. I think the Chargers finally have what it takes.
If we don't get the injury bug like we do every year,
absolutely stacked. It's the best division in football. There's always going to be games and coin flips and shit that don't go your way, but I think on paper they're the best team, and I really trust this coach. I like going for it. I hope we continue it. Obviously, it was fun last year, wins and losses. Going for it. Playing my style of football where we just put your trust in the best player on the field and hopefully the best works out for you. But I like the Chargers this year. Obviously, they're my team. But I could finally say, like, I think this roster compared to every roster in the entire league, all 32, is a top 5 roster on paper. So we have to see what that turns into. But it's anyone's game as soon as the lights are on, the whistle blows.
Yep. Traditionally, it's not as good when the Chargers are hyped up, going into an off season, going into a season.
I don't believe any media, whatever anyone says.
Why?
Because I'm in baseball mode right now. I don't watch any media on football, so I'm giving you my takes. I only got a single football person's mind other than my own right now.
All right.
I could care less what Bucky Brooks and Stephen A. Smith say. Overhyped, underhyped. I just want them to play good, solid football. I
hope so.
What other media member says at all.
For this podcast's sake, I hope so.
For this podcast's sake, I hope I do good on pick'ems. That's all I care about. I put my favorite team out of the way and just pick.
I pick the Chargers every week.
You were 500 last year.
Well, we'll see. I got a championship under my belt. Shane got a championship under his belt. We'll see where it goes this year, huh, Roman? Huh?
Hey, I got second the year, the first year, third the next year.
Yeah,
It's my time.
By
It's my time to shine.
The last hair on my chinny chin chin, I escaped out of the third place
It's my
last
time.
year.
It's my time.
So lucky. But yeah, Pick'ems. Next episode of Average Shakes will be Pick'ems. We're gonna have the winner last year up again, and like we said before, we have a chance this year to win. I have a chance. Shenny has a chance. Roman has a chance. Whoever's the best week wins. If we would have done that the last 2 years, it would be me in the Average Shakes Pick'em party, but we didn't. We let our friends go, and now we get a chance. So one of us could have the best week.
All right, perfect.
If we go 16-0 undefeated, the jersey's ours or whatever it is. Actually, I think we all agreed on $250 cash for the winner this year.
I think we should change it to a steak dinner.
I was just thinking that also.
A steak dinner?
A Texas Roadhouse gift card.
Oh, Black Angus.
I was thinking $250 cash and let them choose what the fuck they want.
Not mad at that also.
You can do that. I don't care.
We can do that.
All right.
But I want it in cash from both of you. $250.
You ain't getting nothing. I need your cash.
Yeah, you're not winning the best week.
I'm going 90.
Or if it was a chance for I to win it, I would have won.
And I don't want it in the mail. I need you to drive
year.
down and hand me your cash in person. Just wait on it.
I'm going 96, 97, 98 Bulls this year. 3-peat.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Never twice.
All right. Nothing wrong with being average. Nothing wrong
Go Chargers.
at all. Make sure you stay tuned. Braden, next week, Pick'ems. We got football back. Week 1, NFL on Thursday night. Bills Rams Thursday night. Hi,
Go Steelers.
Go Chargers.
Nothing wrong with being average.
Go
Go Steelers.
Just
Go
fuck
Chargers.
the Steelers.